Good evening, administrators, and thank you for joining me as I share with you an exciting opportunity for our Stover students and staff. As we all know, the ubiquitous Google is where many teachers and students go in searching for information. However, Google is limited and does not search the deep web that includes academic databases. The Database Dare is a call to action for students and for teachers. It is a call to go beyond what Google can offer, a call to find more credible and scholarly information available on the web. It's a call to use free resources provided through South Carolina Discus to improve literacy in its many forms. The Database Dare is an interactive guide to using the databases available through SC Discus for students and teachers as they go deeper into research. The profile of the South Carolina graduate shows just how important literacy instruction is in all content areas. The Database Dare can improve critical reading and analytical skills. For example, part of the profile says that students should employ a variety of strategies to discern the meaning of increasingly complex texts and other modes of communication to form logical, evidence-based conclusions. Databases provide complex texts and allow for students to be more evidence-based in their conclusions. Additionally, the South Carolina graduate develops and applies interpersonal skills through listening, speaking, writing, and reading. We have an opportunity to better prepare our middle school students for high school and for their future, while also improving our own school's literacy instruction. The main problem, therefore, is as follows. First of all, teachers are not directing students to research sources apart from those provided in regular search engines like Google. Teachers are also not aware of the many resources that are available through the South Carolina Discus and their databases. And as such, students do not have any experience with using a database for research since teachers are not directing them to those databases. Therefore, our problem is really centered on our middle school's students and teachers. Our early adopters will likely be teachers who want to incorporate more research into their curriculum, as well as advanced students who are highly motivated to find credible sources for their school projects and essays. So is there really a need? Well, I was able to talk to some of our Stover students and staff, and I found that 100% of students who were polled in 6th and 7th grade had never heard of Discus, and they did not know how to access its resources. Additionally, teachers who had heard of Discus do not use it. Of all the teachers polled, none of them required Discus resources for student research. Most of them answered as their reasoning that it was because of time constraints, the time it would take to teach the students how to use these databases. Therefore, if students already had the skills and resources, would teachers use them? Yes. Overwhelmingly, all of the teachers said either that they would use Discus or that they might or would consider using it if students had the skills that they needed for these databases. So that brings us to the solution. First of all, we are going to create a portion of our school website that we're going to call the Database Dare. And it's going to have a section for teachers and a section for students. Within this, there will be individualized resources, including short videos on the Database Dare site that will be geared toward teachers in different content areas to help them see the usefulness of using Discus in their classroom. We'll also provide video tutorials, interactive activities, and a database searching cheat sheet for students that will be available through the Database Dare site. Through classroom visits and individual library visits, we'll be able to reach students and teachers, as many students already visit the library with their classes, especially their ELA classes, regularly. And most teachers do some form of research project during the year where they will be able to utilize these resources. We'll also be able to reach teachers through professional development sessions, as well as students and teachers through links on our main school webpage that can link them to our school library page. We'll measure impact by looking at the number of times that students use Discus per month, the number of times that the database DARE portion of the website is visited, and how many times each video is watched, as well as how often teachers incorporate Discus into their lesson planning. Funding is fairly simple for this project. There are really no major costs, but if additional costs do arise, there is the library budget and general fund money that we can assess as a funding source if needed. The PTO has also provided a poster maker for us that will be a great resource to use in printing out poster-sized copies of the database cheat sheet that can be displayed in the library and in teacher classrooms. Most of the videos that will go on the website will be made using free screencasting software and uploaded onto the library's page that is already created as part of our school's website. Therefore, with a low startup cost, a validated need, and an abundance of unused free resources available for students and teachers, the time spent creating the database DARE will have a lasting impact on students' research skills, better preparing them not just for high school, but for graduation and for their future.